And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video, it's going to be a bit of a follow-on from a previous video in regards to the Swedish Prime Minister backing out of the NATO application due to it being a indication of more instability in Europe. It was her exact words. Now this is a follow-up to me saying that NATO are pretty much dependent on Russia. So we've got a few stories that prove that. Are we ready? The first one is the fact that the EU have been screaming that we need to put sanctions on Russia for this and sanctions on Russia for that. We also heard that they had increased the amount of gas and oil that they've been buying from Russia whilst saying all of those things. Then we heard them say that they're going to get rid of Russia out of their energy in the European Union. Well, it turns out they've done the numbers, they've crunched the numbers, everyone. And this is how urgent the sanctions really are. They've said it'll take them 5 years to get rid of Russian energy. 5 years. I actually think that's closer to not bothering. What do you say, everyone? So they're not going to get rid of Russia for 5 years. They're going to be dependent on their electricity and all of the rest to Russia. So that's the EU bought and paid for, is it not? That's them dependent. Now it doesn't stop there either. There's plenty of other things that we're dependent on. Are we ready for this one? Moscow's possible retaliation has attracted more attention in recent days after market research group Supratec published a report highlighting the dependence of many semiconductor manufacturers on materials of Russian and Ukrainian origin, such as neon, palladium, and others. According to Supratec's estimates, more than 90% of the US's supply of semiconductor neon comes from the Ukraine, while 35% of US palladium comes from Russia. So that's the US subservient as well. Am I wrong on that? Dependent as well. All of their tech is dependent on semiconductors. On top of that, the neon prices rose 600% before Russia's annexation of Crimean Peninsula. So it's going to be massive, the increase. Now, this is all in regards to chip companies, and they've relied on Ukrainian companies as well. Here's an article. More microchip headaches. Ukraine halts half of the world's neon output. Ukraine's two leading suppliers of neon have altered their operations as Russia continues its attack on the country. Neon is an essential component in microchips, which were already struggling with a severe shortage, harming American businesses in sectors ranging from consumer appliances to auto manufacturing. Are we seeing a trend here? These restrictions don't seem to be affecting the bright sort of people. They're actually affecting me, you, and everybody else in the NATO member states. Am I wrong on that? It's not just that either, everyone. There are other things as well. Are we ready for this? First up, we've got Russia and Hungary are responsible, and they account for, are we ready for this? 30% of global wheat exports, 20% of global corn exports, 80% of global sunflower oil exports. And forget buying any new tech, 80% of the sapphire substrate exports come from the Russia and Ukraine, 40% of the palladium exports, and 90% of the neon exports. All used in semiconductors and are used from the Ukraine and Russia. Yes, you heard that right. And it doesn't stop there. Fertilizer. Are we ready for this one? There's going to be shortages of fertilizer due to Russia-Ukraine tension. Russia, if you didn't know, is a low-cost, high-volume global producer for all major fertilizers. That means food production, everybody. And it's the world's second largest producer after Canada of potash, which is effectively potassium, a key ingredient used on major commodity crops and produce. Food. The tension in the region, as well as sanctions on Russia, could hurt trade flows. US-based Mosaic Company, a major fertilizer producer, warned of potash shortages in a call with analysts on Wednesday. It all points to rising costs for farmers, who are then going to put the prices up on the produce, who are then going to make it so that the supply chains, not just the farmers, but all of it in general, will be so detrimentally hit with all of this that they're going to be able to hide everything behind it, aren't they? Oh, well, it was because of the Russians. Oh, well, it was because of the Russians. Oh, well, this is because of the Russians. On top of that, you've got to remember, they've been crushing our economies with quantitative easing and printing of money hand over fist, haven't they? Seems very convenient, doesn't it, that all of this seems to be a byproduct of being Billy Big Bollocks with Russia. Am I wrong on that? Let me know what you think on this one, everyone. everyone. I'd like to know your opinion. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe. I've got a Gilded server now as well, everyone. Go and check out the Gilded server. You're more than welcome to come and say hi. Just somewhere to chill out and have a chin wag. If you've got Gilded or you go on Gilded, just look out for Rotten Politics. It's the same name as the Discord server. As you're probably aware, Discord are trying to hang themselves. So it's good to spread out a little bit so that we can't just be nuked off the platforms and we can still stay in contact and still talk. Come and see us over there. You will find links for both in the description. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.